you like to drive around and talk about the latest happenings. This is the channel you need, so subscribe and follow Carmentary.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Carmentary. Back in my van, driving downtown, heading towards a meeting. Oh, I love meetings. They're so much fun. Today's topic, something I encounter, or I have encountered in the last couple of years of my life and career. It's kind of a work-related thing, so this is sort of, again, for the creatives, cameraman, videographers, editors, whatever it is. Maybe you're in a creative field. There's a Japanese term I'll have to explain first. It's called kyosho. So kyosho is someone who has had a long, prestigious career, is really good at what they do. I'm not sure what the exact translation is in English. If you know it, please put it in the comments. It's not coming to me right now. So like it's like a Spielberg, you know, or it's someone who has won awards. You know, people know their name, maybe not super famous, but you know, well known within their circle, etc., etc. That is someone who you would refer to as kyosho. Like when you first start out, you're an amateur. Then maybe you start making a living off of what you do. You become a professional, and in Japan, at some point, people will start calling you like sensei, which is teacher, right? Even if you're not really a teacher, you know, they'd be like, oh, sensei. It's kind of like an adoration. It's a nice way to kind of prop someone up and say, you know, we think you're really good at what you do. And then, you know, you can be sensei, or because I'm in like video and photography, people will call me candid, which is director, right? So you get like a title. You get like your little title is like, oh, he's director. Kantoku, Genki. Kind of get this thing going. And then at some point, without you really knowing or being the one to make the statement, suddenly you are elevated. You are elevated to kyosho status. You are beyond sensei. You are beyond director. You are kyosho. And this can be a very bad thing. And I'll tell you why. So I've come up with a new term called kyosho shokogun. Shokogun is syndrome. So it's used for, you know, like what like we have economy class syndrome, or you know, there's all kinds of, like, I guess it's a disease, or it's not quite a disease. That's why it's called a syndrome, right? It's like it's a mental problem or whatever. So I'm gonna call it kyosho syndrome. Now here's what happens. Suddenly one day, someone will like casually say it in conversation to you. And I had this happen to me. It's like on a phone call with someone who I'd worked with a lot before, and some kind of conversation about something, and you know, work related, and oh yeah, you know, we'd like to have you do this photography, but we can't ask you, you're a kyosho. And I was like, what do you mean you can't ask me? I'm a photographer. I take pictures. You can ask me to take the pictures. If I don't like the pay and I don't like the job, I can say no. But you can't just like not ask me because you think it's below me or something. You see what I mean? So when you're elevated to this higher status, it's like suddenly a lot of jobs just, they don't even get to you because you're like on another level. But to me, my bank book's on another level, bro. As in a bad one. I need the work. Keep giving me the work. Just because you think I'm like legendary or something. In fact, it's a dangerous and slippery slope. The higher you go in the status rankings, like if the work gets bigger and higher paying, it can be more infrequent. That's cool. But that doesn't often happen. A lot of times you still need to kind of like mop up the floor and take whatever you can get. But people are out there going, oh no, don't ask Neil, man. He's like, no, you can't. That job's too crappy for him. He won't do that. Don't even ask. Don't even try. Don't even go close to him. So this is what I'm now calling the Kyosho syndrome. Kyosho shokoga. When people around you suddenly feel that you're like elevated to a higher status and they stop giving you work because of that. Look it up in the dictionary, folks. It's a new word. Hopefully it'll be in there soon. What to do about it? Well, man, this is kind of a problem. I haven't really figured out the perfect answer for that, but I think, staying humble is one thing. I don't think I've ever been, I think if you're cocky and you kind of are aloof and you kind of give off that, I'm the famous designer, director, photographer, or whatever, I don't do those little crappy jobs. Yeah, maybe that works for you, and then, you get really high-paying work, and if you can supply, then people respect you for it, and I think that works out. But, if you want to do a variety of work, and you want to keep all these connections you've built, and keep things flowing, I think you need to obviously stay humble. You need to get on the phone maybe more often, and call your connections, like the people who supply you work. Basically, for me, it's like, producers at advertising agencies, creative directors, marketing managers, promotion, event coordinators, all these kind of people who work for companies and, they're given budgets that they have to spend. So it's like, and now it can be like a message, like a little direct message. It can be a phone call, it can be an email, it can be like send a little something, little gift, whatever. Just to let people know that you're there and you're still, open for opportunities. Just because you've been doing something for 20, 30 years doesn't mean you don't want to try something new. I guess you can come out and say it. So, I think I have to take my own advice sometimes. But I think that's good advice for anybody. I mean, starting out, obviously, if you're hungry for work, you need to get out there and look for it and, appeal to people. Say, hey, can I assist you? Can I help you out? I need this work. I need that. I have people come to me, send me messages with stuff like that. Hey, I moved into town. I'm into photography. I'm looking for photography work. And even if something doesn't come up right away, I catalog all those people, put their name in my phone book, put a little note. So when something does come up, there's a job I can't do, I have a little list of people I can go to. So same thing for those who have been in the game a long time. You still have to get out there and connect with the people you like, the people you want to continue working with, and make sure they know that even though you are Kyosho level, you will do any work for any price. Maybe that's not such a good thing to say. All right, folks, I think that's enough. I think you got the gist of what I'm saying. I hope that added some value to your day. Keep the comments coming. Please keep subscribing to the YouTube channel. It's the thing that brings the most joy to my life. I appreciate it. And remember to drive safe. And I'll see you back here next time on another episode of Carmentary. Kyosho, signing out.
If you like to drive around and talk about the latest happenings, this is the channel you need. So subscribe and follow Carmentary.